really just a full breakdown, everything that you need to learn, basically the A to Z.
From where to start, exactly what to do, how to do it, all the systems, the programs.
The resources and things that were given throughout the training was just phenomenal.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to the Deal Desk, where I make live calls. It's not too late to submit your leads. You can head over to the RAItoolbox.com if you want to see me call your leads live. Throughout the show, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions, make sure you drop in the comment section. And please, before we get started, I don't ask for much, but click that like and subscribe button if you get any value out of this, okay? So anyways, let's pick up right where we left off, okay? Because it looks like we are now in the Jacksonville, okay? We are in Jacksonville now. So let me pull the property up, and then we can see what we'll be talking about here. All right, so this is the property. Okay, so let's see. They're asking $54,000. Needs some updating. Needs some work. Currently tenant occupied. Electrical and plumbing updated 12-15 years ago. No other updates in the last 10 years. There is another person on title as well. He also has another property he's considering selling. Perfect. Reason for selling: wants the money. Well, that's good. All right, cool. So let's give him a call. Okay. This one is in Jacksonville. Reason for selling, did it say wants the money or needs the money? He wants the money. Okay. Why does he want the money? It's all about the money, but what does he want the money for? What's what's the reason? So let's see if this person picks up the phone, and we'll get right into the conversation. I'm gonna tell you something that I did some consulting yesterday with a company, and I'll tell you a few things that that will help you be more productive and improve. And also, people that just want the money, there's always got to be a reason behind it. So you got to make sure you dig in to the real reason. So anyways, let's call this lead. Make sure I got the right number here. 68. I think you have an extra. Hold on a second. 3. Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's put on speaker. See if they pick up the phone. This is Mr. Huggins on 25th. I mean, it looks like a decent property. Not even ringing. So while it's hey, Mr. Huggins.
Yes, you do.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Steven. I think you spoke with my partner a while back in regards to your property over there on 25th Street. Were you still looking to sell?
25th Street, I don't own that one already. I haven't got in contact with the down there party show yet. So
oh, it's not your property?
If I can buy him out, sir?
It's not your property you mentioned?
It's mine. It's a man and a friend of mine who died, and his son.
Oh, wow.
His son is on the deed now, and he's acting a asshole.
Wow. Okay. And you think he's open to selling, or he's just what was?
It ain't just deals. It's both hours.
He's what now?
It's both hours, but it's joint property.
Right, but do you know if he's open to selling it at all?
I don't know whether he's open to selling it or not. I'm in partnership, but he'll return my call.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I mean, even if you're completely on board with selling, I mean, if he's now on the deed, then we would definitely have to reach out to him and make sure he's on the same page. Well, anyways, I want to actually give you an offer. I'll reach out to him as well, but did I catch you at a good time?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I was actually calling you to make an offer. My process is real simple. It takes about 7 minutes. Is that okay?
Okay.
Perfect. So basically what I do is I just ask a few more questions other than what I see in the notes that my partner put. I'll go and evaluate the area on the computer, see what I can offer you. And Mr. Huggins, I like letting everybody know up front, we are a real estate investment company. So if I'm not a good fit, I'm not going to waste your time or my time, I'll let you know up front. And if we're not a good fit, we do have real estate agents just in case. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let me see. I'm looking here in the notes. Need some updating, need some work. Currently tenant. Is it still currently tenant occupied?
So I don't know. I haven't been by there in a year.
Oh, okay. Did my partner Diane speak with you, or was it your other partner?
Sir, I get 100 calls a month about my property for sale.
Oh, really?
So who
Yeah.
I'm speaking to, I don't know. Which one I'm speaking to, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I
Yeah, no problem.
calls a month.
I understand.
Or text.
I-
100 calls and text a
That's
month.
crazy.
I have other properties.
Yeah. Well, I guess whoever she spoke with said it's.
All y'all is calling everybody.
Yeah.
All of y'all is calling everybody.
That's what we do for a living. But I guess whoever she spoke with that said it's tenant occupied, I guess we're unaware of that. So the last time you saw the property, what kind of condition was it in? Can you tell me a little bit more about it? Hello?
I'm missing quick on pause.
Oh, okay.
You there?
Yes, sir.
I'm missing quick on pause.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I was just asking, I know you haven't seen the property in about a year, but the last time you saw it, what did it look like? What was going on with it?
What was going on with holes in the door? That's most of it, holes in the doors. A lot of doors is messed up.
Yeah.
But I do home repairs. It's stuff I can fix.
Okay.
And it's a concrete block house. And it's
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
I can fix. And the plumbing already been upgraded. Incoming water been upgraded. I never did the outgoing water over there.
Okay. What did the electric and plumbing look like in the roof and the AC?
Oh, the electric is 250 amp, 200 amp counterbox.
Okay.
We had that done when we bought the house. They got a sub counterbox. They didn't change it out completely to a one box. They put another box outside to bring it into a 200 amp, and then that box inside it, the sub.
Gotcha. Okay. And it seems like a decent property, whether it's occupied or vacant. I mean, I know you have somebody else that's kind of making things difficult for you, but what originally had you interested in selling the property?
To get from up under him. It wasn't my partner. My partner died, and his son got gained led to on the deed.
Mm-hmm.
He got added to the deed, so just to get from up under him, because I'm not getting in it. Me and him don't get along.
Oh, have you considered a quit claim deed?
A quick claim deed from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to come up with a fair amount that he might want to accept.
Gotcha.
And he might want to accept, and I don't know whether he's going to want to accept.
Yeah. It's always difficult when, things like that happen. Obviously, it's like you both are tied up to it. But if you were to sell it, considering the condition it's in, did you have any idea as to what you think it might be worth or what you're looking to at least sell for?
Well, we had $54,000 into the property when we bought it. When I bought that, I can't remember what year it was.
Yeah. You said you're in for 50,000? You said you're in for 50,000?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
$54,000 into the property.
Okay.
And it was new bathroom put in. It was new kitchen cabinets were put in.
Mm-hmm.
Upgraded the tile, had central heat in it. I tore out some walls and made
Just running some comps here.
Not the kitchen itself, but to the front room.
Look, I found this other comp. Hold on a second. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna try to get a hold of his partner.
Open family room, kitchen area. So did some stuff like that.
And I want to get the time frame.
So yeah,
He's kind of all over the place, you know, because he has a guy involved that makes things difficult. Yeah.
So he had to rent it out. Me and his dad had to rent it out for 6, 7, 8 years at $850 a month. And we didn't owe nobody on it.
Wow. Okay. And if you were to sell and agree on a price, everybody agreed on a price. I mean, what kind of time frame were you looking to sell? About like a week, a month, a couple months?
Oh, sir. Yeah. Me, I'm going to get from up on the hill, from up without him right now.
Yeah. Man, he's not answering your calls or anything?
No, sir.
Wow.
No, sir.
What I can do, let me see. What's his name? It was rented? Okay. And what was his name? Okay. You think if I give him a call, I can kind of see if I can negotiate with him and see if he might be open to selling at the same, you know, time frame and price as you?
Long as you don't tell him that you talk to me and I tell him we won't get along.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to do that. That'd make things a lot worse. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
No, I'll call him as if I'm calling you. It's almost like he's it's a cold call about a house, because that's what we do as investors. Anytime we buy a property in specific area or zip code, we scrape the public records and we cold call down the list. But I'm not the one to say, oh yeah, Mr. Huggins told me I would never do that. But I'll be more than happy to call him, and then I can always have my partner give you a call back to see how that went. Do you have a good contact phone number for him? Yes, sir. I'm trying to get the partner.
I imagine it's still good. I imagine it's still good. Like I said, I don't turn my call.
Yeah, no, I get it. Just get a contact number.
Yes, sir. You ready?
Yes.
904.
463. Okay. Perfect. Got it. Okay. Well, hopefully he answers the phone, and then I'll have my partner give you a call back just to let you know how it went. Maybe we can make something happen. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Good luck with everything. We'll keep in touch. All right. You're welcome. Bye. You know what? This is a good deal, but it's a tricky deal. Okay. So let me explain to you guys. Let me just recap. So I'm running comps right now, right? And he wants $54,000 because I guess he said his partner passed away. His son took over. His son's making everything difficult. They don't get along. They're all in for $50,000. He wants to sell for $54,000. I'm running comps. There's literally a house right across the street. It sold cash for $89,000. $89,000 cash. They flipped it for $125,000. They made about $36K in profit. So this is worth locking up. The tricky thing about this is if the other guy's not on the same page, it's not going to work out. Now, this is a deal. Even at the price they're asking it, it's kind of like, when you get a divorce lead, like the one person might be on the same page, the other person might be on the same page, but this gentleman doesn't want me to let the other guy know that I called him, right? So what I'm going to do, what did I do here? Whoops. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call this other guy and see if he picks up the phone. The guy that's difficult. But I don't want to call as if I already spoke with his partner that he doesn't get along with. I want to call him as a cold call, fresh call. I want to see what information I can get out of him. If they both agree to the same price, I mean, they don't even have to talk to each other. We can just draft up a contract and get both their signatures. Okay. So let's give his partner a call and see if he picks up the phone. Diane, I think, yeah, Diane, you submitted this lead. This is a really good lead. Okay. This is a deal all day. This is a deal all day. I think it's at least a $30K deal. Okay. But let's call this person, and the house right across over, what did it sell for? I think, yeah, $89,000. Okay. Is what it sold for. The problem is the guy that I just spoke with on the phone, he hasn't seen the property in a year, and a lot can change in a year, especially if it's been tenant occupied. So anyways, let's give this guy a call and see if he picks up the phone. Hopefully he does. What's his name? I got Mr. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put on speaker. This is a really old style and little things in front. I'm always looking at more comps, but it looks good. And ours is a corner lot. Doesn't drastically increase the value, but you know, people do like that. What the heck's this? Oh, is that a Chihuahua or a cat? It's a Chihuahua on guard. You see that? Yeah, I don't know how well Chihuahua's gonna protect the house. Okay, let's call this guy back one more time. Looks like he didn't pick up. Let's call him back one more time. So if he doesn't pick up, I got to move on to the next lead. But Diane, this is a really good deal. It's gonna take some nurturing, but you know, the leads that take a long time are always worth it at the end, especially if they're big deals, because we have to find the solution to the problem. The problem is you got to play mediator and they don't get along. The good thing is their asking price, at least one of the guys' asking price right off the bat, is a really good price. And this is block. Okay. Hello? Sounds like Saw. Listen. Hello?
The mailbox is full and cannot.
What the heck? Oh, that was a voicemail. What the hell was that? This guy had like Saw talking as a voicemail. Well, sorry I didn't pick up. I tried twice. I got Saw the second time. Unfortunately, he's not on the deed, so we're going to move on to the next one. But this is a great lead, okay? So make sure you follow up with this person. I'm going to, let me see here. Diane, if you're watching this, shoot me a DM on Instagram so I could send you the second person's phone number, okay? Because this is definitely a lead you needed to follow up with, okay? And it's always, you know, it's always a little bit more difficult when there's two parties that aren't on the same page, but it could definitely be done. Okay, so let's call the next one. We are still in Jacksonville. Then we're going to Brooklyn, New York, then Cleveland, Ohio, then New Jersey, then Georgia, then Houston. We're all over the place. Beautiful. So let's call the next one. Let me mark this as called. Move on to the next one. Jacksonville is a great market, by the way. I like Jacksonville. Florida. Most of Florida is a great market. All right, so let's call this person. Let me pull it up real quick. I will tell you the deals that you know, that have the most amount of problems, that require the most amount of problems to be solved, are usually the best ones. Kind of like that big deal I closed that took 6 months. Okay, that was a headache, but it was worth it. One thing that I notice a lot of people doing, guys, and maybe whether it's you or your team, especially if you have a lot of leads coming in, don't ever try to look for the low-hanging fruit by burning through the leads. Like what I mean by burning through the leads is you don't want to just call and the person, you know, they answer, they have a conversation with you, and you automatically may assume that they may not be interested based off of price. I can tell you from experience, price does not determine somebody's motivation. It does not determine somebody's motivation, okay? The reason why they want to sell, the time frame they want to sell, tells more about how motivated they are rather than the time, or I'm sorry, the price. The price. This looks like interesting. Okay, so what's up with this one? So we got, this one is in Jacksonville. They're asking $40,000. Okay, Let's see. What repairs are needed? Unsure. Property condition, fair condition. She is a talker. Said that she needed to talk to her daughter and would be available to give an answer about offer range, but has gone ghost. Reason for selling. It is her mother's house and her mother died. It is currently vacant. Okay. Well, this looks like a great problem. So let's give them a call and see if they pick up the phone. You got to love talkers. The problem with talkers is that it's easy to overbuild rapport with people like that. And if you're on the phone with somebody for like 30, 40 minutes and they're just telling you about their life story and all this stuff, and they're not even like motivated to sell, you're really wasting a lot of time. So with people that talk too much, I try to redirect them politely, you know. Oh, you know, my mother, you know, this or that in the house. Oh yeah, no problem, man. So, you know, I'm sorry to hear that, but you know, what is your deciding factor between whatever they're talking about so much? Kind of try to take bits and pieces of what they're saying and redirect people. Okay, you have to, and do it politely. Don't be rude. You know, it's really easy to sound rude when you try to redirect, but a good way to redirect is say, okay, no, that makes sense. So, anyways, or can you tell me a little bit more about this? Can you know, open-ended questions like that will make them redirect their answers to you, because you don't want them talking about their story. Okay. And sometimes as investors, we have to be therapists as well, unfortunately, but that's how it is. Okay. All right, let's call this person, see if they pick up the phone. 7, 8. Okay. So let's see if she's a talker. Hopefully she answers the phone, and maybe she talks a lot, and you'll be able to see how I redirect her politely. Okay. Hey, Miss Stevens.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Steven, and I believe my partner spoke with you a while back in regards to your property on Ardesia Road. Were you still looking to sell that property?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah. It's just I'm a little busy right now. I'm going to get ready to walk out the store.
Oh, are you sure it's a good time to talk? It takes just about 7 minutes.
No, I'm a little busy right now.
Okay, when's a better time my partner can give you a call back?
Probably one day next week, like maybe about Monday after 12.
Monday after 12. Okay, I'll let him know. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.
All right.
She didn't want to talk. Now, it might be the hottest deal, the hottest description, but the thing is, you never, ever, ever want to, if the person's walking out the door or doing whatever, like, do not push. Always get a time commitment. She told me the time. She said Monday after 12. Perfect. That works. Okay. A lot of people, they just try to squeeze, you know, they try to squeeze those leads into deals when the people aren't even open to it. All right. So she didn't pick up, or she did pick up, but she's not available. So we're going to move on to Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York. It's a little bit different of a process in New York. All right. You can still get deals in New York. I know people crushing it in New York and California and all these markets that people say is very competitive, very tough, and all that. All right, so this is in Brooklyn. They're asking $710,000. Oh, let me pull it up. Give me 1 second. They're asking $710,000. You know, when somebody tells me a price, it doesn't really tell me how motivated they are. It just kind of tells me whether they're realistic and where they got their information from. So, for example, like a lot of people, the first thing they do is they check Zillow. And when people have this opinion of value in their house based off of Zillow, you really have to educate the person, you know? I think I told you guys last week that this lady I was running comps on, there was 2 cash comps. She was asking $220. And the reason she was asking that, which was ARV, by the way, the reason she was asking that is because she noticed 2 properties sold in the same area. Guess who bought those properties? Open Door and Zillow. And, you know, if you haven't heard the news by now, Zillow has stopped purchasing properties. They actually lost a little bit of money, a lot of money. They just bought them wrong. Okay. So it's not pulling up this property. Let me see. Brooklyn, New York. So anytime somebody says, I checked this estimate and, it says 300,000, it doesn't mean that's the least they're willing to take. Okay. Keep in mind, just because somebody's asking a specific price does not mean that's the least they're willing to take. That really means what they think the property is worth. Okay. And most people do not know what the property's worth. Okay. So I'm going to put this here, and share the screen. Oops, hold on a second. There we go. All right. So what's this up with this one? $710,000. What repairs are needed? Not sure. Fair condition. She had the property listed in April and fired the agent. She has received cash offers for $650,000 and turned them down. Although she said 710 is negotiable. Reason for selling: parents passed. So it looks like she may have inherited this property. Okay, so we're going to give them a call. All right. Let's see if they pick up the phone. When their reason is that they're selling because the parents passed, that doesn't really tell me a genuine reason. Like, they may want to keep it. They may want to rent it. They may want to flip it themselves. Like, some people, when they inherit a property, they don't really know what to do with it, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in a rush to sell the property. Right. So, if that's the only reason they tell you, you got to dig in a little bit more. Hey, I'm sorry to hear that. So why are you looking to sell? You're not looking to keep it? No, well, I don't want to put up with the work or whatever. So try to dig in a little bit more when somebody tells you that, because it's very, broad answer. All right, so let's put this on speaker and see if she picks up.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Martinez. My name is, can you hear me okay?
No, who are you?
My name's Steven. My partner spoke with you a while back in regards to your property on Etna Street. Were you still looking to sell?
Okay, yeah, but I have a buyer already.
Oh, did they already close and fund on it, or you're just talking price?
No, he already gave me a number, a figure, and I said yes. Now we're just waiting for his contract now.
Okay, no problem.
Of the lawyers.
No problem. Is it okay if I give you a backup offer just in case he doesn't go through with it?
Of course.
Okay. Did I catch it a good time?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So my name is Steven. My process is real simple. We are a real estate investment company, so if I'm not a good fit, I'll let you know in the beginning, so I don't waste anybody's time. Usually,
I don't want to waste your time. So this is a one-family house. It's not a two-family house.
What was that? It's a two-family house?
It's not. It's a one-family house.
Right. Okay. No problem. So yeah, my process is real simple. I just want to ask you a few more questions other than what I see in the notes. I'll evaluate the area and I'll let you know more or less what kind of range we would be at. It takes about 7 minutes. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Perfect. So I was looking here in the notes. It was listed back in April. You fired the agent, fair condition. Can you tell me a little bit more about the condition it's in? Bathrooms, kitchen, roof, all that?
Okay, hold on a second.
Sure.
How do you know I fired my agent?
When you spoke to my partner, they put here, she had the property listed in April, fired agent, cash offers at $650, turned them down. So yeah. You spoke with Anzi. I don't know if that rings a bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the house.
Sure.
Okay. The top floor, the second floor,
Yep.
there are 4 bedrooms. 2 big, 2 small.
Mm-hmm.
Good condition.
I'm trying to get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what I wonder what this guy paid
Okay,
for it.
now the first floor, there's
Because
an
it failed
open kitchen.
at about
kitchen.
700,000. I mean 698,999. So she had listed that. It failed.
Dining
On the market for 174 days.
There's
So I want to
full
see.
bath
She
because
turned down
it used to be half a bath
650.
because My parents could not go up and down.
But I'm gonna let her talk while I
decided
run
to
the
put a tub
comps. Okay.
Where the
Okay.
living room was, and now it's a bedroom
Mm-hmm.
because of that. And then there's a basement, and now the basement I know needs some work.
Mm-hmm.
My mother had it as she made 1, 2, with 4 rooms downstairs, which she rented to people. She was a businesswoman.
Okay.
Anyway, it's got a small yard, but it's a nice size. It's not that small. There's a shed. It's cute.
Yeah.
What else? That's it.
It's currently vacant, you
It's
said?
attached on both sides. I don't know what else to tell you.
You mentioned it was vacant?
I'm sorry?
You mentioned there was a vacant property right now?
No, it's just the basement. I'm in the basement. The basement, there's nobody there right now. Except for my son, who he lives with me.
Gotcha. Okay, so you currently live in the property. It's occupied by yourself.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, right now, yes.
Okay. And I know you mentioned you had another offer with somebody else. What kind of time frame, were you looking to sell? About, I don't know, like a week, a month, a couple months?
Well, probably a month.
Okay. All right, a month. All right, I'm trying to look around the area here. Well, I'm looking around some similar properties. I mean, did you have any ideas to what you think it might be worth or what you were looking to at least sell for, considering you have another offer on the table already?
Okay. I have a sign outside that says 7,700. 710,000.
Wow. That's actually a really good offer.
This way, a room to play, because when you give someone a figure, they tend to go lower than that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, but what exactly I wanted, 690.
Yeah. Yeah. And you said you got the offer for 710, or that's what you were originally asking?
No, that's what I was originally asking.
Ah, okay.
Now, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Last year, 2 doors down from me, the house was sold. It's not even a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that sold for 665. 170 house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been to that house because it was my husband's friend. Went to a party there.
Oh, Chestnut
Now,
Street, right?
First floor
6'6",
was
yeah.
nothing compared to mine.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm saying if people had 665, I
Mm-hmm.
can get 7. Anyway.
Is that what the other investor is paying you?
No, he's paying me more.
He's paying you more than 700,000?
No. I thought you meant, no, he's paying me less than 700,000.
Okay. Because usually, when properties are listed and they, the agent doesn't sell it, I see it was listed for 698. It was on the market for about 174 days. So I'm assuming, as far as like an investor, they'd have to be much, much lower than that. If, depends if they're looking to flip it or rent it out or whatever. But I'm looking at the area here at some similar properties. And as this condition, I only want to compare apples to apples, but it looks like, like single, not double. They're selling anywhere between, 350 to 450 is what I'm seeing here. Renovated, they're selling close, to the price you mentioned. 650 and above.
Let me tell you something.
She's gonna try to convince me.
So doing this to me was piece of cake.
Yeah.
Painted. All the walls are painted. Floors are pretty much done.
So this is under contract already. She mentioned.
You can move it like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You don't mind me asking what's it under contract for with the other investment company?
I'm sorry, say that again?
If you don't mind me asking, what's it under contract for with the other investors?
What do you mean?
You mentioned it was under contract with somebody else already?
Yes.
What
it should be anyway.
are they buying it for?
680.
Wow, that is a good. I would take that and run with it all day. I couldn't even compete with that.
Well,
Um,
that's right.
are they like? I mean, I don't know.
It looks in my house. It looks good. The kitchen looks beautiful. You know, there's really no.
I feel bad, First Lady, because she listed it for, you know,
so
not that much more than what's under contract for. So I doubt very highly.
Thank you for calling.
What was that? Oh, you have to leave?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Oops. Yeah. So whoever submitted this lead, here's a problem with this. This property was listed on the market. That's the problem. The property was listed on the market for $698, and we're talking anytime somebody has a property listed or a failed listing, it doesn't matter. Call them back. Okay. What I'm saying is that you have to figure out why it failed. You know, so you want to get more information from the person. So that's not that's not an issue. Now, if it's under contract with somebody else, well, actually it's not even under contract. Somebody else said that's what they're going to offer. They're going to send her the contract. That is not going to work. You know, anytime a property is a failed listing, you would have to get it significantly lower than what it failed the listing at, because sellers have these unrealistic expectations that the other house is this, like, you know, that was a corner lot. The comp is, I believe, is a corner house. So, you know, these kind of markets, you have a lot of row homes, okay, and what they call double family, which is like a duplex. But the thing is, the other person said that they're going to offer $680. I believe that's what she said, and it was listed for $698. So that, in my eyes, you know, that's not so much of a deep discount. It's almost, you know, $18,000. It's not too much of a deep discount where it's going to make sense for somebody just to pay cash. So typically what I like to do with this is something that you and your team should be doing. Anytime somebody has an accepted offer, when you call them back, say, hey, is it okay if I give you a backup offer just in case they don't go through? If it is under contract, it doesn't matter, okay, unless it's closed and funded. Now, if this was under contract, I would say, hey, you know, so it's under contract, no problem. Is it closed and funded? You already got paid? Just a lot of people will consider this property sold because it's under contract. Not to say that's what she told me, but I'm just saying a lot of scenarios are very relatable to this. Hey, I sold the house. Oh, wow, you got closed and funded? No, it's actually under contract. Okay, when are they expected to close? December 15th. Okay, no problem. So what I'll do is I'll call you day before and day of December 15th to see if they close. If they do, great. If not, I'd love to be next in line. Okay, so that's it. So, you know, she had to go. You know, just because this is a deal desk, I just want to show you guys what that conversation sounded like. But somebody like that would be a follow-up. There's no point in, you know, in trying to convince her. She said she used to flip houses and all that. So, I mean, she has all this experience. So what I would do with this is follow up with this lady. All right. So who submitted this deal? I think Anzi, right? Yeah, Anzi, you submitted this lead. Not deal. I don't think this is a deal, unfortunately. I mean, it could be when she realizes that they're not going to pay what they say they are. And that's, you know, that's the thing. Like, that's something that happens in this business, unfortunately. And it kind of, you know, it might affect the seller's perspective of what you do as a wholesaler, flipper, whatever. Some people will purposely over offer somebody just to get it under contract. And then the day before, day of closing, they say, oh, we can't do that. We got to take $20K off. Do I think that's, you know, some people do that as a business strategy. I don't agree with it, only because I think it's unethical. I will never offer somebody something that I know we can't move forward with. Now, if we do have to renegotiate, it's not going to be the day of closing. It's going to be during the inspection period, because if I get 3 offers that are a lot lower than what I have under contract for, you want to get feedback from all your buyers. Say, hey, Bob, why are you at this price? Hey, you know, Chris, why are you at this price? Oh, well, because of foundation, because of structure. Whatever information they give you, you go back to the seller, you give it to them. No, Siri. You give it back to them, okay? And now you have facts to justify why you have to decrease the price, rather than not having facts and say, you know what, we just got to decrease the price. So I feel like this is what this guy's doing. I feel like this is what this guy doing, this investor, whoever they are. But, you know, follow up with this person, okay? Anyway, we're moving on to, actually, we're moving back. So we were just in Brooklyn, New York. We're going to go to Jacksonville. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm going to answer some questions after this call. If you guys do have any questions, meanwhile, let me pull this property up in Jacksonville, okay, and see what we're working with here. All right, hopefully it's not somebody that has an offer over a price that doesn't make sense. So keep in mind, you can always tell if a property has a failed listing, whether the person tells you or not, simply by looking at the details. We use PropStream. So under MLS details, you can see it's a failed listing. Okay, it'll say days on market. Use failed listing details to your advantage, especially days on market. You know, man, hey, Bob, I noticed this. You know, you had this property listed last year. It was on the market for, you know, it looks like you're 150 days. You know, just out of curiosity, what happened? What's your take on that? You know, that way they have to explain to you why they had a hard time selling the property in the first place. You know, so this is the next property. This is in Jacksonville. They're asking $225 to $230. The roof and the AC updated last 2 years. Good. Okay. Fair condition. Actually, 6-bedroom, 2-bath, 3,200 square feet. PropStream list of properties to 4.2. Reason for selling is downsizing. Perfect. All right, cool. So let's give them a call and see if they pick up the phone. Downsizing is always, you know, that to me shows motivation. You know, especially with older people, it's just too much house to maintain. And I always throw the perk of us helping them relocate if they haven't found a place already. Some people just want to move into like a retirement area or 55 over, you know, smaller house. Like we don't know until we talk to them. But whether you know that they have help or not, make sure you at least pitch, hey, you know, if you need help relocating, we have a team of agents that can assist you with that. All right, so let's give them a call. Let's dial. Let's see what we got. Getting some people picking up the phones today. It's good. Some good conversations today. All right, so let's put this on speaker. Yeah, it's a 2-story house. You know, I can't believe, like, I guess, is this a converted garage or was this? I don't know. Hopefully I pronounced her last name correctly. You know, these neighborhoods, when I should do.
May I help you?
Miss Habersham? Hello? Let me call him back. I'm pretty sure I dialed the right number. Whoa. You know, sometimes when you call Google, you can see the business name of the person. Huh, let's call them back. What is this? Gentleman's Quality. I don't know what that is. Let's call them. It looks like that they put a phone number of a business here. I gotta pick up the phone. It's a business. Hello? I'm gonna call them one more time. Gentleman's Quality. Okay, so let's call them again. If they don't pick up, we are moving over to Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Okay, they don't want to talk. So we're going to move on to Cleveland, Ohio. All right, and let's see if we get somebody to pick up the phone. Definitely follow up with that lead because they are downsizing. Anytime somebody says they're downsizing, it's always a good sign of a good potential deal. Okay, if you can assist them as well. All right, so this one, let's see what else we got here. Actually, let's answer some questions. Go ahead and drop some questions before I make this next call. All right. Is the video frozen on just my end? No, I guess it is because you know everybody else is having a good time with it. All right, this is a good question. How do you deal with older people 75 and above when their kids want to hop in and be decision makers after their parent has already signed and agreed to the price? Well, number one, do the kids have power of attorney? Is the person that's older, are they fully aware of what's going on? Sometimes you have to be careful with those deals. You may talk to people that sound like everything's okay, and then you may realize that they have dementia. The angry, upset family does that. And if that's the case, we cancel the contract, no problems asked. If the other person has power of attorney and doesn't want to sell, we want to make sure that they understand what's going on. Okay. You always want to do business the right way. But if they're all there and they want to sell, and the kids want to hop in, be decision makers, especially after the person signed the contract already, I mean, they can go kick rocks. They can't do anything about it. And really, I try not to step in and lecture their kids. I almost leave it up to them. Hey, I noticed your son Rick called me and he mentioned that he doesn't want to sell. Are you aware of this, or are you guys on the same page? I mean, can you tell me a little bit more about that? So he explained, no, forget about him. I got to take care of whatever. So I'm like, okay, can you do me a favor? Can you please give him a call and just kind of explain to him, we're buying the property, what's going on. You could show them the contract, it's already under contract. So they can make it as difficult as they want, as long as the person is fully aware of what's going on and they want to sell. They may be a person of influence, but ideally at the end of the day, it's who's on the deed. And as long as you're doing business the right way, there should be no problems at all. Okay. Unfortunately, some kids will do that because they notice their parent, and I've seen the slide. It's pretty disappointing. They notice their parents are about to pass, right? So then they want to inherit the property. And because they're not getting the property, when the person wants to cash out, they try to step in. So that does happen, but you want to just always make sure that you're doing business the right way, ethically, and you'll be good. Okay. How would we go about it in Cali reverse wholesale, or like 80%? Literally every market that I'm in, I have the same approach, right? Regardless, the only thing that changes, in my opinion, is the prices, right? You just add a couple more digits. So whether you're in New York or Cali, we always want to look at similar properties in similar condition. It has to be similar, by the way. I try not to go above or below 300 square feet. Same bedroom, bathroom, pool, all that stuff has to be similar. Same neighborhood. Okay. And I just want to see what are similar properties selling for in similar condition to investors. I want to make sure, as long as it's very similar, year built is another one, I get it a lot lower than what they bought it for, and I can resell it. So in these markets, people say it's competitive, it's a little bit tougher, they're not getting that much lead flow there. There's still deals to be made. Even if it's not that much. You can do this virtually. So if you've tried your market for at least 90 days, you're getting zero results, figure out what marketing method you're doing, how many leads you're pulling. Like, you got to put a lot of marketing into it. Stay in there for 90 days. If it's not for you, move on to another market that you feel might be a good fit. But I know people crushing it in Cali. So reverse wholesaling, you find a buyer, you can find the property, that's fine too. But don't let that stop you from finding a property. Okay. Money will always find deals. Okay. So that's my take on that. Let's see. What is your basic follow-up intro? So my basic follow-up intro, whenever I call somebody back, I get straight to the point in a polite way. I don't say, hey, this is Steven. How you doing today? How's the weather? How's your family? I might talk about that stuff if they bring it up or we're deep in the conversation. But anytime I follow up with somebody, it sounds like this. Hey, Bob, this is Steven. I got to make sure they remember who I am by my name. Yeah, Bob, this is Steven. We spoke in regards to your property last week. You wanted me to give you a call back today at 12. So I'm calling you at 12. Did I catch it at a good time? Yeah. Okay, perfect. So just to pick up right where we left off, that's all you do. So when I call them back, something that I mandatorily do is, did I catch you at a good time? That's something we always do. Okay. How do you submit leads? You can head over to the RAItoolbox.com. There's a button there that says submit leads onto the deal desk, okay? And you submit your leads there. Let me show you what it looks like. Bada bing, bada boom. So right here, you notice the red phone there, right? And the red phone here. So anyways, you're going to click that, okay? And it's going to take you to this submission form. There's some guidelines here and stuff you have to agree to and put some details, but that's it. I call the lead twice. If they don't pick up, I move on to the next lead, okay? That's it. I don't text. I don't follow up. I just call them twice and move on. I have yet to recycle this list. I don't think I ever will. So if I call your lead and they don't pick up, feel free to resubmit the lead so it goes to the top of the list, okay? All right, so let's call the next lead. You guys can keep the questions coming in. We have a few minutes, but let me dial some more, okay? I think the very first lead we had was Jacksonville. Very good deal. You just have to make sure you follow up with the other person. So anyways, I called that one. All right, so we're calling Cleveland, Ohio. All right, Cleveland, Ohio. Let's call this one. Oh, let me pull this up first so you guys can see. What did I just do? Whoops, hold on. Give me 1 second. So my approach is the same. California, New York, Florida, Georgia, like it doesn't matter where it's at. It just matters what you get it at, if that makes sense. And keep in mind, any of these markets that people say is competitive or saturated, it's that way because there's a demand for that there, right? So, you know, it's a bulletproof industry. As long as people need houses to live in, you'll be in business. It's just, you know, some people, whether you're new or you're maybe even done a few deals, like a majority of people to get their first deal, they don't reinvest a good amount to get more data. You know, I had somebody reach out to me the other day like, hey, I'm not getting any deals. You know, they're doing everything right. Besides, they pull like 500 leads. And, you know, you have to pull more leads than that. It's really a numbers game. So make sure that you guys pull a lot of data in the right zip codes. Make sure you're hitting the right zip codes. That's another big thing. Not just the amount of data you get, data, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you're hitting the right areas. All right, cool. So let's call this person. I'm going to pull it up here in a second. They're asking 5,000. Is this a typo? Actually, it's not a typo. This is a rough area. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. It's kind of hard to see. Here, let me do this. Let me do this. Even if I can't even zoom in and look at it. Kind of, you can kind of see the photos there. So that's the house. They're asking $5,000. Let's see, what are the notes? Property needs major renovation, still has installed electric and plumbing. HVAC is no longer in good condition. Wrecked walls and paint, complete rehab needed. Reason for selling, vacant property, willing to take the property off his hands. Beautiful. This is the kind of leads that I like. Okay. Now, they're asking $5,000. Some of you that aren't familiar with this market or this price may be like, man, like that is a deal. You'd be surprised. Some markets, it is not a deal, even at that price. For example, Baltimore, some parts of Baltimore, I mean, there's investors buying for like $500,000, you know, so let me pull this back up because it looks like it disappeared. But anyways, let me give them a call. I'm pulling it up and see if they at least pick up the phone. Some people have some interesting voicemails too. I could probably put together a whole video of the amount of voicemails that I get. All kinds of crazy stuff. It's pulled up a different property. Hold on a second. This is in Cleveland though. Mr. I think you're the name backwards. Let's see if they pick up. Hey, Mr. Sherman.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. My name is Steve, and I believe my partner spoke with you a while back in regards to your property in 129th Street. Were you still looking to sell that property?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I catch it a good time?
Not really. I'm about 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, yeah. What's a better time? My partner can give you a call back.
Probably Monday morning.
Okay. All right, perfect. I will let them know then. Take care.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's trying to fix it. Look at this. The sunset makes it look dramatic, right? This is like the HGTV shows. They showed like the sunset, the price points, and then like, bam. This is for $5,000. Let me, just out of curiosity here, let me I kind of want to run comps on it real quick just to look at the area. Let me do this real quick before I get off this lead. I want to see what the comps are because they're asking $5,000. He's 20 feet in the air. I don't want to bother him while whatever he's doing. Hold on a second. Okay, so the value is around 50,000. Okay, interesting. Cash comps 20. Okay, hey, this might be a deal. I'm looking at some cash comps here. I'm looking at some ARVs. I think right off the bat he's asking a good price. Okay, but I gotta ask more questions about it. And I also don't want to sound thirsty and say, who cares if you're 20 feet up in there? Let's talk right now. You don't want to do that. All right. So anyways, let's answer some questions real quick. What's up? Let's see. What are cash buyers paying for similar properties? Yes. Oh, I think you're referring to the other thing I was saying. Let's see. I think, okay, you guys time to start. Hey, check this out, guys. It's not too late to sign up for the Acquisitions Accelerator. Okay, if you don't know what that is, I deep dive into my business and what that structure looks like. Okay, from A to Z acquisitions, and then after the first 30 days, we move on to like a mastermind. You get 2 calls a week with me. You have the ability for me to call your leads. We role play, we practice. You get KPIs, contracts, all that stuff. If it's something you're interested, shoot me a DM for more information. Let me know you saw me on the deal desk. Anyways, guys, time is up. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That's all I ask of you. It's free. I do this for free every Friday at 12 EST. So hit that like, subscribe button. Turn on the little notification bell. I mean, this is YouTube. That's how it works. But let's keep it going next week. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend. And happy Thanksgiving.